Hey, what's going on, guys? CNC Cars here, back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my advice to you on how to be successful when investing in sports cars. Now, this is a huge thing and has recently gained a lot of attention. Lots of people are coming in to invest in sports cars. So I figured this would be a helpful video to maybe help you with some tips on how to invest in sports cars and be successful in the sports car market. Now, my first tip is probably the most important tip when investing in sports cars, and that's going to be just to have a game plan. Like, you don't want to just jump in there cold turkey, you know what I mean? You got to have somewhat of a plan when you're going into this, because you're going to be investing, obviously, your hard-earned money, so you don't want that to just go out the window. You want it to be placed in areas where you're going to be successful and have a good payout. So the biggest thing is when you're having a game plan is just for me, what I do is I get a little notepad. I go online, check stats, check who you want to invest in, who's hot in the market right now, and just write little things down, and maybe pick like three, four, maybe 5 players. And if you do a lot of research, you see the market's kind of growing, their prices have gone up a little bit. Maybe go on eBay, filter it by sold items, and check the past sales. And if the past sales were low and they're kind of creeping up, maybe that's a good buying opportunity. So just little things like that. Have a game plan. Don't just go in and start buying cars. If you see a car like, oh, that might be a good deal, do your research. Make sure you're not overpaying for cars, because that's a big mistake too that I've done plenty of times, overpaying. You see a car and you see a good deal, you just automatically assume that it may be undervalued, so you go in and buy it, and you go in prematurely, and then you end up losing money on it. It's very easy to do this. You just got to be careful and make sure you go in and have a game plan when you're investing in sports cars. It'll definitely help you out. And another tip for you that will help you be successful is have a way to track your investments. Like, don't just be, you might be successful flipping and making money, but if you don't know how much you're making or how much you're losing, there's really no way to tell if you're being successful or not. You may think you're successful, but are you really? So, like, something I do is I have it's called Google Sheets, like, Google Docs. It's like like Microsoft Excel for Microsoft Office, but you don't have to pay for it. So you just go on, like, Google Docs or Google account, make it for free, and you go on Google Sheets. And I just have it, spread up in different bars, and I have like the player, what I paid for it, when I paid for it, how much I sold it for, and when I sold it for. That's just an example of how I track mine. And then I have, my net profit at the end of that to see if I was in the negative or the positive. If I lost money, I type it in red so I can see that I lost there. Or if it's positive, I type it in green. And it's just a way for me to track how I'm doing with my sports card investing and where my mistakes have been and how I can improve on them. So, if a big loss, you may not want to look at that loss anymore, but you got to learn from it, man. You got to learn from your mistakes, you know what I mean? It's just like it is in regular life, but you can apply it to sports card investing as well. So that's definitely another important tip of mine to you, is to make sure you have a way to track your investments so you're not just kind of throwing money around and you're not really sure how you're doing. That'll definitely help you moving forward if you're just starting out getting in investing. So definitely an important tip. And another really important thing is knowing when to buy and sell. Now, this is a very difficult thing to know. It's hard to track the market and know when to sell, when to buy. But my best advice to you would be buy in on a player. If he's like, say a superstar was injured. Like, my example is going to be Saquon Barkley, that stud running back from the Giants. He tore his ACL, and his Prism cards have dropped to like $20 recently. So that is a golden buying opportunity, because he is a monster. He's a beast. I know he's going to come back strong. He's tough as nails. I mean, obviously, I could be wrong. That's the game we play. It's a gamble. But, theoretically and statistically speaking, he's a great buy-in right now. And just things like that. If a superstar is hurt, or maybe they couldn't play for whatever reason, and maybe they miss a substantial amount of time, all the attention on that player goes away, and his card prices drop down. That's a great buying opportunity. Now, for selling, that's a whole other thing. My advice to you for selling, what I do is, if a player has a couple hot games in a row, or maybe one hot game, his prices are going to go up. Now, if you want to flip them there, you can make a little bit of a profit, usually a decent profit. The way you make a big profit is like the long-term investing, buying in on someone when they're almost irrelevant, or someone that you believe is going to be good in the future, and it ends up paying off. That's the big returns. But that's not always necessarily true. You can make some good money doing quick flips. If if you buy a guy and he ends up killing it the next couple weeks, you could almost double your profit. You never know. But that's just another tip that I wanted to share with you guys, is just kind of know when to buy and sell. It's hard to really know when to do this, but don't just buy indecisively, or don't just sell, out of like a reaction to something. Make sure you're calm, and you're confident that this is the right time to buy or the right time to sell, and that will definitely help you investing in sports cards. So yeah, guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. Just my advice on how to be successful investing in sports cards. Investing in sports cards has been huge recently. We got so many big names in here. UFC's gotten hot, basketball, football, of course. Pokemon's out there, all the non-sports Star Wars, everything, man. It's a great time to be a collector and a sports card investor. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means so much to me and my boy. And we would really appreciate it if you enjoyed this video. Maybe just give us a like. And if you want to see more, subscribe even. That would be even better. Why not? If you actually like it. If not, it's all good, man. All love. But, I just really appreciate you guys watching. You really mean so much to me. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.